Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please join St. Clair College alumni, Ms. Natalie Molina, in singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. Before we begin our ceremony this evening, I would like to acknowledge a few individuals who make this evening's ceremony possible. The Piper, Mr. Greg Pearson. Our interpreters, Ms. Paige Lemery-Lindsay and Ms. Elizabeth Marantat. And our Grand Marshals, Mr. Justin Fox, Mr. Jeff Russo, Ms. Lynn Fujimoto, Mr. Patrick Redco, and Ms. Stephanie DeFranceschi. Welcome to the 6th session of the 50th Annual Convocation Ceremony of St. Clair College of Applied Arts and Technology. I'm Barb Sedlak, professor in the School of Engineering Technologies, and it is my pleasure to act as Master of Ceremonies for this evening's program. Before we begin the formal part of the ceremony, I would like to make a few announcements. We are pleased to advise you that Cogeco will air this session of Convocation on Sunday, July 9th at 9 a.m. and again on Wednesday, July 12th at 7 p.m. We are also live streaming this session at www.stclaircollege.ca. During the conferring of diplomas, friends and family may come to the front of the stage to take pictures of their graduate. However, we ask that you do not block the stairs or the aisleways. Please turn off your cell phones or set them to mute during the ceremony. And we ask that as a courtesy to all of the graduates, that the graduates and guests remain seated until the end of the ceremony. I will now introduce the members of the Board of Governors who are with us today, and I would ask that they remain standing until after the members of the college administration are also introduced. Mr. Vince Marcotte, Ms. Maureen Wickham, Associate Vice President Academic, Dr. Ken Blanchett, and this afternoon's guest speaker, Alumnus of Distinction, Chief Dan Miskokeman. I would also like to introduce the members of the college administration. President Patty France, Mr. Wasim Habash, Vice President Academic, Mr. John Fairley, Vice President, College Communications and Community Relations, and Executive Director, St. Clair College Foundation, Mr. Dolph Barsanti, Vice President, Student Services and Administration, Mr. Ron Segan, Vice President, International Training and Campus Development, Mr. Joe Siriani, Vice President, Human Resources, Mr. Mark Jones, Chief Financial Officer, Ms. Karen Gilgore, Associate Vice President, Employment and Training Services, Ms. Melanie DeShooter, Associate Registrar, Mr. Daryl Danilon, Chair, School of Engineering Technologies, Mr. Rob Chittum, Chair, School of Skilled Trades, Mr. Tony DePasquale, Program Manager, Apprenticeships, Mr. Dan Roy, Executive Director, Center for Academic Excellence, Mr. Tom Malenfant, President of the Alumni Association. I would now call upon St. Clair College President Patty France to provide opening remarks.
Thank you, Barb. On behalf of St. Clair College, it is my very great pleasure to welcome the graduates of 2016-17 to this ceremony, and also their family members and friends. Greetings also to my college colleagues on and off the stage, all of whom have played important roles in bringing today's graduates to this special day in their lives. Among those individuals are a half a dozen members of the Board of Governors who will be leaving us at the end of this month when their terms of office expire. I and the college expend our deepest gratitude to this year's chair, Dan Wilson, former chair, Mr. Vince Marcotte, who is with us this evening, community representatives Tim Berthume and Mila Lucio, support staff representative Ryan Rusage, and our student governor, Emily Staley. Your service to the board has enhanced the college quality in all aspects, financial, architecturally, and educationally. Your legacy is St. Clair College's excellence. Thank you for your contributions. As for graduates and our guests, as many of you know, 2017 marks St. Clair College's golden anniversary. For 50 years, it has been the college's purpose and honor to provide exceptional post-secondary education and skills training to students, preparing them for rewarding careers and to bolster their communities both economically and socially. Given our steadily increasing enrollment of out-of-town and international students, I should say that we're now providing education not only to the citizens of Windsor, Essex, and Chatham-Kent, but also to Canada and to the world. Here we are today, a gathering of scholars and their families representing a cross-section of the globe and its cultures. In this very theater, we have a microcosm of modern-day Canada, featuring all of its diversity, vibrancy, openness, opportunity, and promise. That has been worth waiting 50 years to see and to celebrate. Also during the college's 50th year, we are very proud to say that the St. Clair College alumni family will grow to over 100,000 members, from St. Clair College's first graduate to today's distinguished groups of grads. And looking into the future, I must emphasize that each and every one of our grads is special and memorable to us. You are part of a family of scholars and alumni. And we know that the energy and dedication that you exhibited while in school will be taken out into the community as employees, entrepreneurs, tradespeople, technicians, professionals, and most importantly, as resourceful and caring citizens. You are living embodiments of our half-century-old academic reputation, and we know you will proudly represent the college in everything you do in the future. We are where we are, in part, due to the contributions of our alumni, and I have no doubt that you, our newest alumni, will continue to attest to and represent our tradition of excellence. Second, we believe, and employers believe, that all of our diplomas are worth their weight in gold, even if they are not made of that metal. Coupled with your own innate abilities and work ethic, we are confident that the knowledge and skills that St. Clair College has instilled in you will serve you in good stead as you enter and progress through the employment marketplace from an entry-level job to a lifelong career. It is also very important to recognize that the graduates have not made his or her educational journey in solitary fashion. Over its 50-year history, St. Clair has employed thousands of administrators, faculty members, and support staff whose sole professional purpose has been to prepare students for success, not to mention the thousands of businesses, industries, institutions, and agencies which have provided work-integrated learning opportunities, placements, internships, donations, and scholarship and bursaries to our students. And you can multiply all of those numbers tenfold or more when you consider the other supporters of our students, their parents, spouses, family members, and their friends. You, the class of 2017, can attest to that, I'm sure. The encouragement, the reassurance, and the support that you received from those people, your people, have made this day possible. I know you'll be thanking and celebrating with them later, individually, but let's show our gratitude to them now, collectively, because St. Clair College also wants to show its appreciation to them. It's not very often that mom and dad, your family members and friends receive a standing ovation, but it's very warranted today. Can I ask the grads to please stand, look around, try and make eye contact with your loved ones, and join me in a round of applause. Thank you. In addition to presenting diplomas and shaking the graduate's hand, that is truly my favorite part of Convocation. One more thing as I wrap up. Every year, the college honors a half dozen or so alumni who have excelled in their professional lives. They are recognized locally as our annual Alumni of Distinction and subsequently as St. Clair College's nominees for the Provincial Premier's Award. And annually, they serve as a guest speaker during convocation ceremonies, providing informative and inspirational messages to our newest graduates. At this session, shortly, you will be hearing from Dan Muskokamin, Chief Dan, as we call him. I look forward to hearing his comments, and I look forward to the very real possibility that in today's audience, there may be several future alumni of distinction who will be on this stage in a matter of years. Congratulations to the class of 2017. You are truly golden.
Mr. Vince Marcotte, Board of Governors, will now deliver greetings from the board.
President France, fellow board members, members of administration, faculty, staff, esteemed guests, and especially the 217 graduates, their parents, relatives, and friends. I'm honored to bring you greetings on behalf of the St. Clair College Board of Governors. Let me assure you that each Board of Governor wants you to succeed, wants you to feel good about your learning experience at the college, and in the future to act as an ambassador for St. Clair College as you start your chosen career in making a contribution either in this community or beyond the region. We congratulate the parents and the families for supporting these graduates through their many months of studying for tests, exams, preparing reports, in some cases even doing clinical or work experience. And congratulations goes out as well to the members of the individual program faculties who have mentored, advised, and presented course material in such a way as to inspire these graduates here today as they celebrate their culmination of their hard work and dedication to their studies. And the Board of Governors also wants to thank the members of the support staff and administration who work behind the scenes to really make this day possible. So we wish the graduates success in the chosen careers and applaud their hard work in achieving this goal. Our sincere congratulations goes out to each and every one of you. Thank you.
I would now like to reintroduce Mr. John Fairley, Vice President, College Communications and Community Relations, who will introduce our guest speaker.
Thank you. Daniel Muskokanen is a graduate of our 1970 Mechanical Drafting Technician program. Over the past 50 years, Chief Dan has become a symbol of success in his community. As Chief of Walpole Island First Nations, Dan has played an intricate role in establishing the island's first school, as well as construction of the first new daycare center, the water tower, and the water treatment plant. He also orchestrated the purchase of the Walpole Island Ferry and is currently working on establishing an international trading port with Michigan. Growing up, hockey was everything to this guy. When choosing a school to attend, his only question was, do you have a hockey team? He enrolled at St. Clair College and became the first person of his family to pursue post-secondary education. After leaving Walpole Island, Dan missed the peacefulness of home. He had never been to a big city like Windsor before. He wanted to leave, but he knew the importance of getting his St. Clair College diploma and the doors that it would open for him in the future. Can you imagine living your whole life on Walpole Island and coming to Windsor, Ontario, with bright lights, sirens, and more sirens, and noise of a city? Dan's academic career spanned from St. Clair College to Western Michigan University, followed by the University of Phoenix. But he always knew he wanted to return home to help his people. After a short stint working for a consulting firm in Detroit, Dan was hired by Walpole Island's economic development planner. While he enjoyed his job, he knew he could have more impact in politics. He was elected chief for the first time in 1988. In 2014, Dan was elected chief for the third time, inheriting a debt of more than $10 million. Without any help from the outside consultants, he put Walpole Island's financial house back in order. Dan says the most important thing he learned during his time at St. Clair College was how to connect with people, to form bonds and partnership, a skill often he uses daily. So, from a designer, from an architect, from a technician, building a foundation, and boy has he built a foundation in Walpole Island. Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome one of our 2017 Alumni of Distinction honorees, our Chief Dan Muskokanen.
Bonjour, Muskokanen Dishnikaz, Mampi, Anishnabek, Dunjaba. Amino, Dunum, Nagum. It's what I said is my name is Muskokanen, which in our language means red knife. Because I asked elders, how come I don't have a name, but we have one? It's a real honor to be here, and especially to say a few words to the graduates, and also to compliment their support, their families, their extended families, their friends, that their profession is now beginning, their path is now moving forward. it's kind of hard to articulate what is said after that because everything's based on fact, and which is true. And when I met my alumni friends, they said that I always had that desire to go back. But again, I was shy and didn't really know what I wanted. But I come here, and I was walking across the street, and I almost got hit by a car because I was still thinking about the Cleary Auditorium. That's where he had it way back when. So things have changed, and information technology is advancing to the point now my degree is kind of enhanced. I won't say obsolete, but enhanced to the point that they're using AutoCAD now. So the whole issue around that is be involved with IT. Put your phone down once in a while and say hi to people. But when I got involved with the technology back home as a band manager, I introduced the band to computers. Now they're still fighting it after a number of years. But things have changed over time that it really, I guess my life had changed now that technology is here. And people say we're in the sixth wave of technology, which means everything we do, you have to use some form of computers, which is good for the class, which is good for the graduating class. Now they move forward. In my degree, we did everything by plastic lead and mylar. But one thing I learned in life, there's no such thing as a straight line. And you probably know that. But I was trying to give food for thought on the graduates because it's you're entering, I call it crossroads, a path in life and some will go into the professions, start their jobs right away and careers, and others will pursue the academics of higher education, bachelor's, master's, and doctorates, which is good. But the community college was born to give local students an opportunity to get involved with the college life. And when I got involved, I just had a taste. I was like a sponge. I didn't really know what to expect. But again, it taught me that academics is really needed. Plus, the one thing I forgot, and this is very important for our graduates, if you go on, remember your grades, keep up your grades, because the employers look at that. You could be the best student with a D average, but in essence, they look at the A students. So us D students, guys, have to work a little harder to achieve whatever. I'll leave you with advice and just something I learned, because later on when you pursue your profession, enjoy your challenges, which means that when you look at what to do, enjoy it, because the challenge in life is always there. It's around us. And keep in mind that use your imagination, innovative thought process, and communicate to your employers, because that'll show that you're sincere about your endeavor. And the other thing is keep your family first and foremost, as well as yourself, because they're your support mechanism in life. And I will say that blood is thicker than water. And lastly, that I look at, I call it continuous improvement of your personal, but also there's a word I'm going to use, it's called social responsibility. That's where you give back to your community. And that's where it comes from, your support mechanism. And when you're in the profession, always get any training you can get handles on to move your professional skills to the point that now you become your own boss, so to speak. So, and the last thing I'll leave with this, that when I started, that my vision was to move and be almost like a sponge, absorb everything. But in essence, I knew all disciplines of engineering. I got to learn everything about the environmental impacts, that whole gamut. Then when I went to my master's, it was a lot easier to get I had a higher grade in my master's program than my college, and because I was learning. But it taught me that the best thing in life, and I call it hobnobbing. Get to know your people, understand who they are, become friends. In essence, the family work together. And lastly, I have to congratulate the graduates of 2017, along with their parents and extended family graduation as well, that now that you have entered alumni forum. Now you're a family member, and we open you with open arms. Thank you very much.
I would like to reintroduce Mr. Rob Chittum, Chair, School of Skilled Trades.
Good evening. Thank you, Chief Dan. Your message on enjoying your challenges, keeping your family first, continuous improvement for yourself and also your community, very, very important. Taking advantage of these opportunities is something that we all need to do. And I think getting to know your people, that is something that's out there. Again, putting your phone down, talking to some people, that's a great message. And again, thank you, Chief Dan, for this message tonight. And on behalf of a college and all of our new alumni here tonight, thank you.
I would now like to call upon Ms. Maureen Wickham from the Board of Governors to present the Board of Governors Medal.
Thanks, Barb. But it is Mrs. Has been for about 45 years. So. Good evening, everyone. The Board of Governors Award, in the form of a gold medal with the St. Clair College coat of arms on the face and the recipient's name and date on the reverse, can be awarded to as many as 3 graduates who have demonstrated the most outstanding academic achievement in each respective 1, 2, or 3-year program. In this 50th anniversary year of St. Clair College, it is an honor to announce the recipient of the Board of Governors Medal. I would ask Wesley J. Diplomas, and you can correct me when you come up, to please join me on stage. In addition to carrying a perfect 4.0 grade point average, this civil engineering technology student regularly shared his knowledge and abilities with both his fellow students and the program as a whole. He led study sessions for his classmates, regularly provided professors and students with real-world experiences about current industry practices arising from his employment with a local consultant, and gave a much-needed student perspective to civil engineering's program advisory committee. And this one I'm not too sure about, but it said, his note-taking was so meticulous that the faculty took photocopies as examples for future students. Wes's academic expertise has been coupled with a spirit of volunteerism and community outreach throughout his time at St. Clair. Most notably, he participated in the prefabrication and on-site installation of sheds for Habitat for Humanity builds. In that role and others, he has been a great ambassador for his program and the college. Wesley also played an integral role in the rejuvenation of St. Clair's Concrete Canoe Club. After a 2-year hiatus, the school returned to national competition in this extracurricular academic sport as the sole college entry in a contest that attracted over a dozen universities. Wes is expected to pursue further education at the university level. His academic excellence and leadership traits have already qualified him for several university entrance scholarships. He is already the winner of the Ontario Good Roads Association's Civil Engineering College Proficiency Award. And now, St. Clair College is proud to recognize Wesley as the 2016-17 recipient of the Board of Governors Medal. Congratulations and best wishes for your future success from the Board of Governors.
I would now like to call upon Mr. Vince Marcotte from the Board of Governors to present the Governor General's Medal.
Thank you, Barb. This year's recipient of the Governor General's Medal is Matthew Stevenson, and I would ask Matthew to please join me up here on the stage. You have to face them. The Governor General's Award in the form of a bronze medallion, I'm not sure it's why it's not gold, and I apologize, but gold, silver, bronze, I don't know. But this is provided through the Honors Directorate of the Chancellery at Rita Hall in Ottawa, and it is the highest award that can be conferred on a full-time graduating student and recognizes outstanding academic achievement on the part of its recipient, as well as others who were nominated. I'm very proud to announce that Matthew's nomination for this award was jointly and enthusiastically submitted by 4 professors, a program technician, and the chair of the School of Engineering Technologies. Matthew recorded a perfect 4.0 grade point average in the Electronics Engineering Technology Industrial Automation program. He consistently went over and above beyond the set curriculum for his courses, conducting extra reading and research to ensure he completely understood the subject matter. And he shared all of that knowledge as a mentor and a tutor to his fellow students. His theoretical knowledge was matched by his hands-on work-related skills. His work placement at Centerline Machine Incorporated saw him take on increasingly elevated levels of responsibility for robotic industrial programming over several years. And his talent was so highly valued that his academic internship has now led to a full-time employment offer for him. Matthew capped his time at St. Clair with what has been described by award nominees as the most sophisticated project that has ever been conceived, designed, and built by any student in the Electronics Engineering Technology Industrial Automation program. It's an automated orchid aquaponic system, a complex computer-controlled lighting, watering, nutrition machine to propagate and monitor some of the world's most delicate and valuable flowers in the world. In that virtuoso example of ingenuity and innovation, and throughout his time at St. Clair, Matthew's example of striving for excellence provided a pull-up factor for all students, according to faculty members. They were inspired by his hard work, positivity, and guidance, all of which made them better students. And he made the professors better by constantly seeking new information from them. And he certainly bolstered the college's reputation by his exhibition of knowledge and skills in workplace settings. St. Clair College is proud to name Matthew Stevenson as the 2016-17 recipient of the Governor General's Medal. I think they should be saying this. Congratulations.
I would now like to reintroduce Vice President Academic, Mr. Wasim Habash, to acknowledge our award winners.
Congratulations, Wesley and Matthew. The Faculty Academic Award is designed to recognize the graduating student in each program, full or part-time, who has best demonstrated academic excellence. The Student Leadership Award recognizes the graduating student in each program, again, part-time or full-time, who best combines academic achievement and leadership. Would the recipients of the Faculty Academic Award and Student Leadership Award please stand so that we may congratulate you on your achievements? Please stand, don't be shy. Great job. Graduates, congratulations on receiving your diplomas or certificates today. Convocation is the formal recognition of your achievements. You've worked very hard, so celebrate this accomplishment. It is most deserving. There is one other group here today that also deserves to be recognized. These are the exceptional, remarkable, dedicated faculty here at St. Clair College who have contributed to your success. Graduates, I would ask that you please join me in a standing ovation to thank and recognize the faculty for their support and contributions. Thank you.
For our award winners who were unable to attend last week's banquet, you may pick up your awards at the table set up in the Alumni Skyline Room following Convocation. And also, the pictures from the awards night can be found on the Alumni Facebook page. We have come to the formal part of our ceremony where the diplomas, certificates, and degrees will be awarded and become official documents of the college. Would the graduates please stand? I would like to call upon President Patty France and Associate Registrar Melanie DeShooter to the podium.
Madam President, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled have qualified in all respects for diplomas, certificates, or degrees by successfully completing the curricula offered by several divisions of St. Clair College. They have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded diplomas in recognition for their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of St. Clair College, I do hereby confer on you your respective diplomas, certificates, and degrees with all of the honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Madam President, on behalf of the graduates not present, I request that you confer their diplomas, certificates, and degrees in absentia.
I so do.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, during the next part of the program, we will present the graduates individually to the Board of Governors to receive congratulations from them, and to President Patty France, who will present a liripipe to each graduate. While the first of our graduates are making their way to the stage, I would like to tell you a little bit about the liripipe that each graduate will be receiving. As each graduate receives congratulations from the Board of Governors and the President, a liripipe will be draped over the graduate's left shoulder to signify acceptance into the community of St. Clair College graduates. The lyra pipe is a band of green velvet edged with gold braid, trimmed with 4 tassels representing the 4 major areas of the St. Clair community: the counties of Essex and Kent, and the cities of Windsor and Chatham. The lyra pipe is a modification of the academic hood, originating in 15th century Europe in the age of great artists, scholars, and explorers of the Renaissance. Today, it symbolizes recognition of an individual who is now prepared to assume a responsible and creative role in the community. I would now call upon Mr. Daryl Danilon, Chair, School of Engineering Technologies.
Members of the Board of Governors, on the recommendation of our teaching faculty, it is my pleasure to present to you the graduates for diplomas, certificates, and degrees in the School of Engineering Technologies. Professor Frank Parasinati will read the names of the graduates from the Architectural Technology program. Professor Craig Scoyles will assist the President with the presentation of the lyra pipes.
Thank you, Daryl. It's indeed a pleasure and an honor to present to you the graduates of the Architectural Technology program. Richard Berry. Aidan Bennett. Dylan Castellano. Juan Cuevas. Luke DeGoy. Marissa DeRizio. Yeya Husseini. Kevin Fong. Adam Formosa. Franco La Rosa. Andrew Liberty. Walker Oblinas. Alexandra Scott. Alex Segan. Sophia Simone. Laura White. And Stephen York. That concludes the graduates of the Architectural Technology program. Thank you.
Professor Peter Warrow will read the names of the graduates from the Biomedical Engineering Technology program. Professor Arash Ahmadi will assist the President with the presentation of the lyra pipes.
I have the honor to present graduates in the Biomedical Engineering Technology program. Reem Altaba. Tyler Alselstein. Tanner Buchenberger. Jenny Cabrera. Jessica Cadot. Matthew Capelli. Frankie Capelli. Jonathan Carson. Jacqueline Crowley. Marcin Gashurovsky. Eric Godin. Rochelle Hattem. Dren Yaha. Mary Rose Maza. Stefan Millidrag. Samantha Mel. Tagrid Mohammed. Noor Ush. Samantha Park. Tesneem Ruma. Jake Santia. Ryan Tonkin.
I just want to mention that was our first graduating class for the Biomedical Engineering Technology program. Professor Mike Seawick will read the names of the graduates from the Chemical Laboratory Technology program. Professor Bill Henderson will assist the president with the presentation of the Lyra pipes.
I have the honor to present the graduates in the Chemical Laboratory Technology program. Hamza Adid. Karina Braga. Samantha Fugere. Kara Kopats. Julie Marchand. Vanessa Thiessen. Joel Zlotnick.
Professor George Francidis will read the names of the graduates from the Civil Engineering Technology program. Professor Craig Scoyles will assist the president with the presentation of the lyre pipes.
I have the honor to present to you the graduates of the Civil Engineering Technology program. Jeff Awun. At the end. Yeah. Samir Bari. Nora Barkuni. Nick Bowden. Kenan Kangurley. Wesley DiPoliti. Adam Friesen. Jesse Granberg. Cody Harder. Carl Kella. Dante Lapico. Zalalem Lema. Wilmalane Nanquil. Kyle Pollard. Alexander Reiser. Paula Ricord. Sydney Rivas. Duncan Scott. Christopher Slingerland. Dalton Stover. Matt Van Dyke. Logan Veracruz. Andrew Wad. Nicholas Wojcik. Sin Young. That concludes the graduates of the Civil Engineering Technology program.
Professor George Francidas will also read the names of the graduates from the Construction Engineering Technician Civil program. Professor Craig Scoyles will assist the president with the presentation of the lyre pipes.
I also have the honor to present to you the graduates of the Construction Engineering Technician program. Syed Mohammed Akhtar. Wesley Dugazan. Mitri Habib. Adafola Juan Oshikoya. Parth Shah. Karamjit Singh. That concludes the graduates of the Construction Engineering Technician program.
Professor Al Douglas will read the names of the graduates from the Electromechanical Engineering Technician Robotics program. Professor Bruce Warkerton will assist the president with the presentation of the lyre pipes.
I have the honor to present the graduates of the Electromechanical Engineering Technician Robotics program. Mark Beintema. Nick Bezaire. Ryan Dupuis. Sydney Gibb. Jay Chandran Kumar. Kevin Marchenko. Dipin Patel. Dhruvan Patel. Naoki Price. Biren Rami. And that concludes the graduates from the Electromechanical Engineering Technician Robotics program.
Professor George Peters will read the names of the graduates from the Electronics, Engineering, Technology, Industrial Automation program. Professor Barb Sedlick will assist the president with the presentation of the lyre pipes.
I have the honor to present the graduates of the Electronics Engineering Technology Industrial Automation Program. Kevin McClintock. Paras Shaw. Matthew Stevenson. Michael Vong. Spencer Woodall. That concludes the graduates of Electronics Engineering Technology Industrial Automation Program.
Professor Elaine Chatwood will read the names of the graduates from the Fashion Design Technician Program. Professor Didi Shakreli will assist the President with the presentation of the Lear pipes.
I have the honor to present the graduates of the Fashion Design Technician Program. Leanne Elliott. Shell Chatterton. Congratulations. Emily Coleru. Alicia Ellis. Maria Ikachia. Iman Kadri. Katie Knapp. Mylin Kathy Lamb. And that concludes the Fashion Design Technician graduates. Thank you.
Professor Brian Hucker will read the names of the graduates from the Interior Design Program. Professor Sandra Ellis will assist the President with the presentation of the Lear pipes.
It's my honor to present you the graduates for the Interior Design Program. Andrea Babcock. Ashley Bard. Danny Batty. Jacqueline Boots. Tashama Chatira. Jessica DaCosta. Gushran Dillon. Ferlin Duenas. Yao Chin Gao. Anabuti Katari. Caitlin Lyman. Lexi McShay. Hiba Zabadi. That concludes the graduates for the interior design program. Thank you.
Professor Joan Hunter will read the names of the graduates from the Mechanical Engineering Technology Automotive Product Design program. Professor Powell Lukowski will assist the president with the presentation of the Lear pipes.
Settle down back there. It's my honor and great pleasure to announce the graduates of the Mechanical Engineering Technology Automotive Product Design program. Uchichukwu Akudigwe. Sorry. I'm going to say this, though. Uchi, at the age of 17, is the youngest student to ever graduate from this program. Ferris Antar. Youssef Asad. Hussein Bazi. Baptiste Baudin. Gord Campbell. Ahmed El-Kafarna. Christian Forte. Ajin Jose. Gareth Mayville. Devin Moak. Tim Nuremberg. Palumi Ogunbi. Dixit Patel. Ali Salih. Andrew Sutak. Sorry. Meet Upadhyaya. Karan Apal. Basam Yono. Thank you.
This concludes the graduates in the School of Engineering.
I would now like to call upon Mr. Robert Chittum, Chair, School of Skilled Trades.
Good evening. Members of the Board of Governors, on the recommendations of our teaching faculty, it's my pleasure to present to you graduates for diplomas, certificates, and degrees in the School of Skilled Trades. Professor Rod Raymont will read the names of the graduates from the Carpentry Techniques program. Professor Ross Mealy will assist the president in the presentation of the Lear pipes.
I have the honor to present the graduates in the Carpentry Techniques program. Nathan Dean. Congratulations. Hannah DeCare. Adam Kopas. Andre McKay. That concludes the graduates from the Carpentry Techniques program.
Next, we'll have Professor Kim Jones read the names of the graduates from the Electrical Techniques program. Professor Greg Sharp will assist the president with the presentation of the Lear pipes.
It is my honor to present to you the graduates of the Electrical Techniques program. Vanessa Alatar. Logan Bennett. Andrew Bottoms. Andrew Brait. Dakota Legg. Chad Rossi. That concludes the graduates of the Electrical Techniques program. Thank you.
Professor Dan Mayu will read the names of the graduates from the Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning Technician program. Professor Dave DeRoche will assist the president with a presentation of the Lear pipes.
I have the honor to present the graduates of the Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning Technician program. Dylan Barrett. John Paul Fantes. That's it. Thank you.
Professor John Line will read the names of the graduates from the Horticultural Technician Landscape Program. Professor Sandy McDonald will assist the president with the presentation of the Lear pipes.
I have the honor to present the graduates of Horticulture Technician Landscape Program. Ryan Campbell.
Liam Campo. Ashley Dennis. Olivia Eberhard. Amy Victoria Gardner. Stephanie Jelinas. Tara Ihola. Jingzi Li. Brian Newton. Jared Sim. Shane Sterling. Fuhao Alex Z. Kathy Young. Rick Zhang. Josie C. Joe. That concludes the graduates of the Horticulture Technician Landscape Program. Thank you.
Professor Brady Belargeron will read the names of graduates from the Mechanical Engineering Technician Industrial Program. Professor Ivan Kanjar will assist the President with a presentation of Alere pipes.
I have the honor to present the graduates in the Mechanical Engineering Technician Industrial Program. Amandeep Singh. Hardy Raj. Luke DeFore. Zach Farina. I apologize if I said it wrong. Jared Gladder. Congratulations. Kyle Hearns. Mohammed Iskandar. Justin Clausen. Jobenpreet Singh. Sorry if I said that wrong. Jaswinder Singh. Michael Senmiklasti. Lee Shu. Oh, congratulations. Shaila Zhang, sorry. Congratulations. That concludes the graduates in the Mechanical Engineering Technician Industrial Program.
Professor Brady Balajaran will read the names of graduates from the Motive Power Technician Program now. Professor William Stoller will assist the President with presentation of the Lear pipes.
I have the honor to present the graduates in the Motive Power Technician Program. Emily Andrews. William Armstrong. Shayla Costello. Ara Cassidy Bolus. Liam Croshaw. Harith Hamdi. Brandon Henry. Spencer LeClaire. David Marks. Shelby Steptoe. That concludes the graduates in the Motive Power Technician Program.
I now have the honor to present the graduates in the Plumbing Techniques Program. Professor Greg Ducharme will assist the President with the presentation of the Lear pipes. Candace Brissette. Congratulations. Chad Hazel. Richard Rushello. That concludes the graduates from the Plumbing Techniques Program. Professor Randy Sawyer will read the names of graduates from the Welding Techniques program. Professor Curtis Archibald will assist the president with the presentation of the Lear pipes.
I have the honor to present the graduates in the Welding Techniques program. Selena Kessler. Heidi Toffen. The other one? And Jacob Tolton. Brandon Woodowis. Thank you.
Professor Rod Raymont will read the names from the graduates from the Woodworking Technician program. Professor Ross Melly will assist the president with the presentation of the Lear pipes.
I have the honor to present the graduates in the Woodworking Technician program. David Ellis. Austin Gordon. Jennifer Hanser. Blake Hill. Owen Cossack. Seamus McCabe. Richard Robertson. Sierra Sales. Josh Schiller. Natasha Topla. That concludes our graduates of the Woodworking Technician program.
Next, we have our apprentices. Professor Tony DiPasquale will read the names of graduates from various apprenticeship programs. Professor Ivan Kanjar will assist the president with the presentation of these Lear pipes.
I have the honor to present the graduates in the apprenticeship programs. Derek Wickham. Mold maker, Edward Marin. Thank you.
This concludes the awarding of various certificates and diplomas from the School of Skilled Trades. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the conferring of diplomas and certificates. At this time, I would like to reintroduce Mr. Tom Malenfant, President of the Alumni Association Board of Directors.
Thanks, Barb. How's that feel, eh? Congratulations! Madam President, Board of Governors, faculty and staff, graduating students, family and friends. Today, your many hours of studying, training and projects have paid off, and you are now a graduate of St. Clair College. You are part of an exclusive club of nearly 100,000 fellow alumni who have sat where you once are sitting. You share an alumni status with a network of very distinguished individuals. We hope that as lifelong learners, you will remember St. Clair College is always there for you. Your Alumni Association works hard to sponsor many events, and it is our hope that when you see the St. Clair College alumni logo, you will remember your time at St. Clair College with pride. Follow us on Twitter, add us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Visit our website at stclairalumni.com to win free tickets to upcoming events and to keep your contact information current. Staying connected is one way you can use the resources of the alumni. You are now part of the St. Clair College alumni family, and we are invested in your success. We are here to support you through the trials and tribulations of finding what it is that makes you happy. In the words of one of the world's greatest leaders, Nelson Mandela, it always seems impossible until it is done. And although this part of your journey is done, you are just beginning the next phase of your life, whether that is higher education or entering the workforce. So it's our pleasure to join with your family, your friends, and the rest of St. Clair College, wishing you all the best in the years to come. Congratulations to the 50th graduating class of St. Clair College.
I would now call upon Mr. Dan Rorai for the closing reflection. Would the audience please rise?
Please join me in this closing reflection. Together we ask that all our graduates be filled with joy and peace. May they have success and happiness throughout the years. May they bring honor and wisdom to their own lives, to their families, to their communities, and to our country. And may they be filled with the desire to learn new things throughout their lives. We ask this according to the terms of our individual faiths. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 6th session of the 50th Annual Convocation of St. Clair College. We ask that the audience please remain seated until the faculty and graduates have left Convocation Hall. Following Convocation, graduates and guests are invited to an informal reception in the Alumni Skyline Room located directly across the hall of the Chrysler Theater doors. Compliments of the St. Clair College Alumni Association.
Prior to attending St. Clair College, I obtained a degree in business administration at the University of Windsor. At St. Clair, I earned a diploma in public relations. In the PR program, you're required to do 2 internships. I did both mine at the casino. My internships turned into a job, and I was hired even before graduating. I now work at a world-renowned venue that attracts the biggest superstars. It's so exciting to be a part of this. St. Clair College provided me the opportunity to put my knowledge and skills to use in the real world, which turned into a real job. I definitely feel like I am more marketable and employable because I have both a university degree and a college diploma.
After high school, I got my degree in human kinetics from the University of Windsor. I was always interested in the human body. But then I realized I really wanted a career combining biology and helping people. So I knew nursing was my calling. I chose to go back to St. Clair College doing the collaborative Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree program that exists between St. Clair College and the University of Windsor. At St. Clair, I had different placements in hospitals and different health facilities. I was able to do everything from helping with the birth of twins to helping save somebody's life. One thing I love about the nursing degree program is I get to spend 2 years at the college where there are smaller class sizes. The instructors at St. Clair know your name, and you get a lot more one-on-one time. It's really great how St. Clair College partners with the University of Windsor to provide this great opportunity for studying to become a nurse.
I started my post-secondary journey at St. Clair College studying journalism at the Mediaplex. The program was amazing. We were able to train in a state-of-the-art facility using cutting-edge equipment and technology, and all of the faculty are media professionals. After earning my diploma at St. Clair, I went on to obtain my degree at Griffith University in Australia. They have a transfer agreement with St. Clair, so I was able to fast-track my journalism degree, majoring in public relations and marketing. It was a life-changing experience. Now, I'm working for a wonderful local charity, doing what I was trained to do, public relations, and I love it. Because of St. Clair, I was able to get my diploma and degree in just 3.5 years, and I got to study and live across the world.
When I was in my final years of high school, I began to put some real thought into my career. What I knew for sure was that I was ready to work. I wanted to get my hands dirty and be out in the field. I realized that I was interested in machining. I love working with equipment and machinery, and I especially love working with my hands. I started an apprenticeship at a local automation company while I was still in high school through the OYAP program. Here, I'm getting experience while I'm learning and getting paid. Then I'll be doing this while I'm taking classes at St. Clair in their apprenticeship program. I love the fact that I'm earning while I'm learning. I'm learning these specific skills in the best way for me, on the job. I just know that apprenticeship was the right path for me, and I am so happy with what I'm doing. In the end, I'll become a certified general machinist, and my dream will become a reality.
We've been around for 50 years. What courses have we not offered in the past? Okay, you have 4 options: motorcycle training, shooting range, ice fishing, or horse grooming.
Shooting range.
Shooting range.
I'm gonna go with shooting range.
Incorrect. We used to have a shooting range in the basement, but we never had ice fishing.
I thought with the little pond out there that they might have had ice fishing. Guess not.
I'm gonna have to agree with him. The shooting range sounds kind of cool, and I thought I would have known about it if they did it.
Yeah, we did have a shooting range. St. Clair's original library was destroyed in 1973. Was it destroyed by a hurricane, a raging fire, wild dogs, or hippie protesters?
Hippie protesters.
Hurricane.
I'm gonna go with a raging fire because I don't think there is wild dogs. So.
As much as I want to believe wild dogs, I think a raging fire is most accurate.
You are correct. It was a raging fire. 28,000 books were destroyed and $600,000 in damage. In the 1970s, St. Clair was famous for hosting big-time musical acts at Griffin Hollow. Which one of these artists did not perform there? B.B. King, Bob Seger, Buddy Holly, or Burton Cummings?
I don't know who any of them are except for Bob Seger, so I'm just going to go with that one.
Have you guys heard of all these artists?
3 of them.
I've heard Don talk about them because he's really into the old timers. So.
No, I've never heard of any of them.
All of them performed here except Buddy Holly because Buddy Holly died in 1959. Why was the St. Clair Pond originally built? Was it to store sewage overflow for aesthetics or to farm trout for the college's biology program?
I'm going to go with the functionality, and I'm going to pick the trout.
I'm going to just go with him.
To farm trout, that would be really neat. I'm going to have to say to farm trout. Sounds like a smart answer.
Yeah, I agree with her.
To farm out for the college biology
program, yeah.
Farming trout.
Okay, the real answer is aesthetics. It was built just to look good and to skate on.
I've skated on it before.
There you go. Okay, have you ever seen any trout in there?
Not one.
It would be nice though if we farmed trout though, eh?
Right? Like that would be really cool and be like our own little like ecosystem. Exactly like the stray cats or
They could feed off each other. Well, one would feed on the other, not the other way around. Okay. What was the original name of the St. Clair Center for the Arts? Was it the St. Clair School of Hard Knocks, the Cleary International Center, the Joe D'Angelo Center, or the Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters?
The Joe D'Angelo Center?
The Joe D'Angelo Center?
The Joe D'Angelo Center.
Xavier School of Gifted Youngsters? I don't know.
No, that's actually the school the X-Men go to.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's actually the Cleary International Center, okay?
Oh, most of them are mutants.
Yeah. Before St. Clair was founded in 1967, the school went by a different name, okay? It was not called St. Clair College. The original campus went by WOIT. So, the question is, what does it stand for? The Western Ontario Institute of Technology, the Windsor Organization of International Trade, or the Wax Museum of Identical Twins?
The Windsor Organization of International Trade.
The Windsor Organization of International Trade.
Windsor Organization of International Trade.
Okay.
Yeah, I also guessed that one.
It's actually the Western Ontario Institute of Technology. So you guys never thought it was the Wax Museum of Identical Twins?
It can't be the Wax Museum. Come on, no way.
Okay. What year did the bus stop replace the stable for the horse and carriage used for public transportation? Was it 1967, 1983, or 1996?
It's got
Lowest year.
67.
67.
I want to say 67.
1996, yeah. 83.
67.
83 as well.
1983?
Okay, the truth is we never had public transportation with a horse and carriage. It was always just the bus.
It seems silly now. Look.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, well, we got you, Jeff, then, didn't we?
Yeah, you did.
We should bring it back. We should have a horse and a carriage. I would appreciate that. I like horses.
Okay, what do you think?
I pay for a ride. Yeah, I pay for a ride.
Maybe it's something to think about for the next year, eh? Next year's budget. Okay, thanks a lot, guys.